What's going on, everybody? John Stamper here with DentalCast Productions, live Caesars Palace, Las Vegas, Saturday morning, Dentrix 2019 BDC organized by Henry Schein One. We're on our final day. We're going to continue today to speak with a lot of the great people that are here, and we got a real treat here. I have with me Sherlock Holmes. Yes, that's correct, right? Sherlock Holmes from Genware, and we're going to talk a little bit about his company, his relationship with Henry Schein, and maybe even find out a little bit about this Sherlock Holmes story. So, Sherlock, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming on. It's a pleasure to meet you. And yeah, so let's talk a little bit about Genware and analytics and certainly kind of where you focus and some exciting things you guys are doing.
Absolutely. Well, we're very excited to be at the conference, being a gold sponsor. Genware Computer Systems has been in the industry of advanced analytics now for many years. We just actually celebrated our 20th birthday, headquartered out of New Jersey, with offices across the states. But mostly we focused on advanced analytics, which means leveraging information as an asset. And in today's day and age, where everybody is focused on how do we optimize our business and how do we leverage all this information that we need, and in healthcare we have more information than ever before, right? That's what Genware is about. And so we help customers with their road to digital transformation through information.
Yes. You know, it's interesting, Sherlock, if you really think about it, all this information is coming in on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, and you're right. If you don't get your hands around it fast or have some sort of way to be able to know how to use it, kind of sits gold just sitting there, right, with really kind of nothing to do.
Correct. You know, when we look at that and we look at how do you use this, you start thinking about, well, most people think, well, using information is only for the big organizations. And while this is true, right, we work with dental service organizations, we work with very large practices and community healthcare centers, but it all comes down at the practice level. It is as important because not only are we looking at running another report out of a system, right, we need those reports because that's what we do on a day-to-day, but we need to move from operationalizing our business to automating it to optimizing it. And using information is about optimizing the business, about learning new ways of using it and being able to do it really quickly so that you can make a decision in time.
Right.
You know, we had an interesting story at one of our customers where they were concerned about their walkout rates. And being able to look at the walkout rates and saying, well, what's the impact of that? So we can now actually predict what the cost is when your walkout rates increase. And by looking at that, you can say, well, this is an area I need to focus on.
Sure.
Right? And it's something that maybe I didn't even realize it. I just saw a dip in revenue for one of the months, and all of a sudden it was a holiday. It was something else that was going on. But we were able to pinpoint it for them very fast.
Yeah. No, that's great. And I think the more and more, as you know, practices are realizing the value of the data and the analytics, helping them make better decisions is certainly crucial. So talk about this conference, your relationship, Henry Schein One, and why it's important for you, or really why it was important for you, to be a gold sponsor for this event.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you. In the field of analytics, we work with a lot of systems that are out there. What makes businesses run? And Henry Schein does exactly that, right? You provide the software that makes these practices, these DSOs, do their day-to-day business. Many of our customers, and we've worked across various healthcare industries, we've worked in different industries implementing analytic solutions. In the last year and a half, the dental industry has just become a forefront of adopting these new types of technologies, new ways of doing it. So being at the conference, being a partner, working with Dentrix and Dentrix Enterprise and working with customers, hearing from them firsthand what it is that they need, looking at some of the things we showed. We showcased GI Dental here today. GI Dental is our head start solution for analytics. We were able to have customers look at it and say, this is fantastic. Just this morning somebody said to me, well, it's great looking at this by revenue, but can I look at it by collections, for instance? We said, absolutely. All of a sudden people are starting to think about what can I actually get out of this information, and we saw a lot of that at the show, a lot of valuable input and a lot of valuable exposure to the customer base.
Yeah, I think that's what's so great, as you know, about events like this, is that it is that one-on-one time where they get to learn about what you guys do, but like you said, you also get to learn what they're interested in, what matters, and then you can work with your company on how to better serve them.
We've had people over here we've had dentists, we've had practice owners, we've had chief operating officers from large organizations, DSOs, and they're all looking at it in their own perspective, and being able to get that feedback, have the one-on-one conversation with them, I think that's really what makes the difference. And a conference like this is just the perfect place for those conversations.
Yeah, no question. All right, so I have to ask, right? You knew it was coming.
It's
So
coming.
let's talk about. I get the opportunity to speak with a lot of people and a lot of dental celebrities, but now we've got Sherlock Holmes here on the live, which I'm really excited about. Let's talk about the story, because I know everybody's out there watching. Like they are excited to learn about GenWare, but they're like, "Is this for real?" You know, Sherlock Holmes is on, but no, seriously, I love it. Tell the story.
Okay, so first I got to tell you that I'm actually the second. My dad's name is Sherlock Holmes as well.
Okay,
Comes from a large family of 8, and I got a grandmother that clearly had a sense of humor, right?
I love it.
But I got to tell you, a lot of things happened with my name. So when I first came to the country just over 30 years ago, I applied for medical insurance, and dental insurance was one of the applications, right? All my friends get their cards. They arrived at the same time as me. A couple of months ago, I've got nothing. When I call them up and I'm like, what's going on? It's like, well, we've got a folder here. It's got Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, and now it's got Sherlock Holmes. Like, perfect. So, yes, I am real. Yes. Sherlock Holmes in the living flesh.
So I think what is so interesting is I'm sitting here thinking about this is as you've grown GenWare, you've continued to grow this business. When you make a phone call, is there like a 5-second pause? I mean, I could have to imagine that. I mean, it's a great marketing thing over the years, but you probably had to deal with a lot of extra questions.
It's easy. I just open up my first line and say, this is Sherlock Holmes. Yes, it is. And we take it from there. But it helps to have a company like GenWare Computer Systems. And,
Yes.
we have a partnership with TIBCO for our technologies.
Yes.
And so between the credibility that TIBCO and their strength in the market on advanced analytics and then having GenWare's name behind it, it helps add the validity to my name, I guess.
Well, there's no question. I mean, I'm thinking Sherlock Holmes, the detective, analytics, that's what you're looking for. I mean,
There you go.
it's a match made in heaven. That's awesome. Well, Sherlock, thank you so much. Thanks for coming on. And I know, like you said, it was great for you to be here to learn, not only be a sponsor for this event, but like you said, get more insight from the people that attend and continue success as you continue to help people in the dental field.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right. Thanks, Sherlock.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.